You're not seriously just gonna let Leafy get roasted and not stick up for your mate, are you?
Calls him an inbred moron.
Yo, is this person fucking retarded?
Yes.
To put it simply, I like his videos, but what he does is shady as fuck.
This guy has a history of being vicious. He's been vicious with Keem. He's been vicious with his own fans that criticize him for stepping in the drama ring. And it's completely believable.
Grade, he said a bunch of critical shit of Keemstar.
If you piss off GradeAUnderA, he's gonna do whatever he can to ruin you.
But then on top of that, he couldn't just leave it there.
Different standard for you, and there's a different standard for GradeAUnderA. And he will ruin you. If he can. That's how competitive he is.
He had to say that Scarce is killing him recently. Go subscribe to Scarce!
That's the kind of human being he is.
But there was a threat of my child being taken away because of Grade's video. Because Grade uploaded a video saying that I was a pedophile, and then Grade uploaded a video saying that I beat my girlfriend.
The impression I get from Grade is he's a P-I-G pig. And he's only going to go after somebody unless it has a benefit. And if at the end of the day he can't move up or down and the next shot's Leafy, well, I think those 5 mysterious YouTubers will make a reappearance and tell Grade that Leafy was talking shit about him.
GradeAUnderA, yes, the Black Knight in white armor, known for instances such as the Make YouTube Great Again movement, contacting the CEO of YouTube herself, producing good content up until 4 months ago, and involving himself in drama. His content is fantastic in my personal opinion. You can tell that he puts a great deal of effort into each video and never fails to impress. Whilst he may have videos that which compromise this quality, they all hold a certain standard. However, it's not the quality of the videos themselves, so say, that is such the issue. It's him as a person, and it's the things he says in the videos that convey him as a vicious pig. You've gone ahead and partnered with one of the biggest and fastest growing YouTubers on the platform to take down a beastly rat with far too many tumors to count. Your main point to criticize is the fact the rat has created false pedo allegations.
Hey guys!
So what do you use to fight this? You fucking create false pedo allegations. You even go the step fucking further, Grade, and call this guy a wife beater, to which Keem perfectly refuted in his video, actually getting his girlfriend to clearly state she had not been beaten remotely.
I'm being accused of beating.
Hi, my name is Melissa. I'm Dan's girlfriend, otherwise known as Keemstar. And I just wanted to let everyone know that he definitely 100% does not hit me. And it's pretty ridiculous that everyone's making these accusations. I was never on his Twitter, and if he ever did hit me or anything like that, me and my daughter would not be living with him.
So it's bad if Keemstar or anyone else creates pedo allegations, but when you do it, it's more than okay. There are 2 different standards, one for you and one for Grade. Now, don't get me wrong, Keemstar's a fucking mong. The only instances where his pedo allegations were actually present that weren't real were against Pyrocynical, you know, the whole deal with the 13-year-old French girl instance.
Trying to hook up with a 13-year-old girl from France, alright? That he was technically like a pedo or weirdo or something.
And with the 62-year-old man Tony, who he financially supported and formally apologized perfectly. You can't fucking fight fire with fire. You can't chastise someone for pedo allegations when you start fucking fighting someone with pedo allegations. Grade is continuously seen throughout these instances that there'll be 2 standards, as I said. A standard that you can do that's deemed unlawful and disgusting, and a standard that he can choose to win an argument or to prove a point, even if that requires doubling or lowering himself to the level he's chastising. Fucking ridiculous. Keemstar is the person whose reputation was so soiled to the point where, I mean, taking his words seriously would be deemed humorous. Instances with Bashaverse and Lionmaker, well, Lionmaker was genuinely proven to be someone that was doing malicious acts to underage people, And Basharverse too was convicted for sexual acts, even though it wasn't nearly as bad as Keemstar stated. I'm not at all justifying what Keem did, not so ever. But Grade, you're no better than Keemstar. You made a fucking saga of videos as well on Keemstar, each of which spanning 20 minutes long, creating allegations against this rat that he was a pedophile and a fucking wife beater. Many people aren't aware of this, but because of the results of Grade's videos, Child Protective Services rocked up to Keem's house, investigated his entire house and family dynamic, and this resulted in almost the separation of his entire family. When Keemstar was already at the point of such filth, his opinion was disregarded almost entirely. It's not like the FBI federal police went knocking down Pyro's door assessing if he was a pedophile or not. The only people that were actually people that were involved with the police. Lion Maker was heavily investigated, fair enough considering there were huge instances of pedophilia, and Basharverse, who was convicted himself, it was more than okay. But with Keemstar, he did nothing fucking illegal, at least in that case. Pyro just got flack for a few days from his fans, but Keemstar, at the expense of Grade's video, almost had his entire life fucked up even more.
But for the past 3 or 4 months or so, I've not been having nearly as much fun making YouTube videos as I used to.
Ah, you haven't been enjoying the videos you've been making in the past 4 months. Well, maybe that could be because it was at that point you started making videos on drama as well. A saga on Keemstar ruined Matthew Santora's career, resulting in a $1 million lawsuit against him, and of course the new terms of service on YouTube. Maybe you should have taken that fucking criticism a fan gave you on your subreddit instead of demolishing them by calling them trash, a fucking moron, and etc. Grade, like all of us, is a fucking liar. I'm a liar. You're one too, and if you're gonna tell me that you're not, you're fucking lying. But if you're gonna make a video calling a man a pedophile, a wife beater, and result in Child Protective Services potentially dismembering his family, don't fucking lie. Grade was best friends with Keemstar, collaborating with him in his 1 million subscriber special. Keem even bought the very first shirt Grade ever created, called for hours on Skype together, and so much more. Grade is clever. He is more than aware of Keemstar's trolling persona, DJ Keemstar, that he would use to join Call of Duty games and shit-talk other players, these criticisms ranging from the most stupid forms of insult to extremely racist comments. And even if you actually were upset by this, are you saying that you're too ignorant to actually think that these comments were serious? I mean, even if it were fucking crazy what he was saying, the fact that you can go ahead and swear every single second of your video, why are a few racist comments fine? If you're willing to kickstart the entire saga of your exposed videos on Keemstar by making fun of dyslexia in the first fucking minute, then grow a pair, you illogical hemorrhoid.
And not only that, right, but it's run by a newscaster who can't fucking read.
Bro, you're making it sound like you survived Auschwitz. I assume the fruit roll-up is to wrap around your dick to get rid of the vagina flavor, huh? Ashley responded by saying, laughing out loud, touchy, sir. Maybe he's just trying to be nice. Shmeh.
So if you want to hear a 34-year-old retard's piss-poor attempts to try and read for your own amusement, Drama Alert is the place to go.
I'm gonna say it right now. I'm gonna say it by the end of this part of the segment. This is not 100% proof, and I want you all to really think about it, make your own decision based on the evidence seen, and you can think whatever the fuck you want. Now, let's be honest, we've all fucking done it, right? I mean, you've probably been lectured by a teacher at school that you don't even fucking care about. I suppose if you're gonna be that one person that stresses plagiarism, though, can you not fucking do it? There are 2 instances of plagiarism revolving around Grade. These people were Ray William Johnson and Matthew Santora. Based on the evidence shown in Grade's videos calling out these 2 people, there is sufficient enough evidence to 100% say that these 2 people were plagiarizing, no doubt about that. Grade let Ray William Johnson slide because it was already at this point his channel was dying. The guy is losing subscribers at an alarming rate, and he's been losing these subscribers for years now. Using Ray William Johnson for views wouldn't be the most practical thing, seeing as the guy himself wasn't making very many views to begin with. However, when it came to Matthew Santora, Grade didn't just quench his bloodthirstiness there. He went a step fucking further, and before I say this, I want you to take this with a pinch of salt because this is an allegation which is sourced by someone named Tommy C, a respectable person in the community, who has researched Grade's actions to the T. For those of you that aren't aware, by the way, Tommy is the person on the Baited podcast, so he's a person that has high respect from many people.
But I heard from a very good source, and you're going to have to trust me and my reputation. This is how vicious grade A under A is, and this source will remain unnamed. After the Matthew Santoro video that he did, and remember, the Matthew Santoro video was about Matthew Santoro getting on and complaining about drama, right? Really just to get on the drama bandwagon so he could get some hits, which was probably absolutely true. Grade took it to the next level and showed his accused plagiarism. He showed that there was evidence of plagiarism, right? Well, I've been told by this source that Grade took the next step, that he contacted Listverse themselves and encouraged them very, very, very strongly to sue Matthew Santoro. Well, that's a different level. Now, why is that relevant? Well, I think it's relevant to show you what kind of vicious human being this guy is. Now, certainly, Listverse or anybody that's author of these lists that Matthew Santoro allegedly stole and used in his videos had the right to lawsuit. But why take the next step? Santoro had already taken a beating at that point. He had already fixed the error, went through each video, and did the credits that he absolutely had to. Why the next step? I'll tell you why. Because if you piss off grade A under A, he's going to do whatever he can to ruin you. Even if he may dabble in the same type of behavior. There's a different standard for you, and there's a different standard for grade A under A. And he will ruin you if he can. That's how competitive he is, and that's the kind of human being he is.
Now, why is this significant? Well, it's because if you're not only going to ruin someone's career for plagiarism, don't plagiarize. Even fucking remotely. Ever since the video Grade made, Santoro has made less subscribers monthly than even I have. Yes, he grabs still a fair amount of money off YouTube, but his career itself is in the fucking toilet. Grade's video I Ducking Hate Autocorrect has two instances where plagiarism could be inevitably present. When he was apparently texting another girl, chatting them up, this was a conversation scene, saying, "I want your chin." He said, "Hey yo shorty, what it do mang, sheet you look fine, where are you from? I'm from Canada." And instead of him saying, "Oh wow you're really far," he said, "Oh wow you're really fat." Here is another joke that is eerily similar, saying, "Come over, I miss you." The girl saying, "I'm too fat." To which he replies, "Time to use that gym membership I got you for," whatever. You get the point. It's the same kind of joke. However, if you would ask me if that were plagiarism, I would say no. It doesn't look like plagiarism at all to me. In fact, this autocorrect is something that's happened to Colossal is Crazy. Instead of far, it said fat. That is more than fair enough. I don't deem this as plagiarism whatsoever. The context is completely different. Maybe even so the joke was slightly rearranged. I have no problem with that, really. And at the end of the day, it's what you really consider as plagiarism, isn't it? Because you could say a chicken cross the road joke is considered plagiarism, or using another Harambe joke is considered plagiarism. When that's not, because you haven't gone ahead and made a video racking in millions of views lying to people saying that these things happen to you.
Get up! Get on up! Okay, so every now and then, right, I reply to people who DM me on my Instagram. And once, not gonna lie, a really good-looking girl messaged me.
Grade in his video actually say that these instances happened to him, saying that these are things that have legitimately happened. They're not really even jokes, they just turned out to be jokes. These are things that have actually occurred to him and his supposed friend. However, this joke is eerily similar. Not only is the context almost perfectly aligned, but other than that, the joke itself is almost identical. He was chatting apparently to one of his friends whose grandma was quite sick and whatever. His friend says, "Hey Grade, guess what man?" He says, "What?" His friend says, "My grandma's feeling better, and she might actually make it to that family thing." To which Grade says, "Yeah, hopefully she does," which apparently the autocorrect said, "Yeah, hopefully she dies." Here is that same joke, with almost the exact same context, saying, "Hey, my grandpa is in the hospital, I hope he gets better," to which someone replies, "I hope he dies." Eerily similar context. What are the fucking odds of these two things happening? I would think near to probably none. And the fact that Grade can then go ahead and preach plagiarism and call out people and essentially ruin their careers is quite blasphemous. In fact, this is the same person who preaches and lectures how plagiarizers are scumbags, how there are people that shouldn't be fucking appreciated or respected. There's a different standard for you, and there's a different standard for Grade. Now, as I said, this whole segment is completely based on observation. If you think that he plagiarized one of these or both of these jokes, completely up to you. If he did, That's really fucking not cool. But if he didn't, I am more than happy to retract this statement and put a big fucking annotation in the middle of the screen, say sorry to Grade A personally, and I will do whatever I can. In this sense, Grade A and Leafy are two of a kind, really. I mean, they'll collaborate, befriend, and work with any person they can to enhance their fame or career. They primarily view the world to think about how they can make their next 100,000. Leafy, for example, used McSkillet, a CSGO YouTube, to boost his subscriber count. At the time, they shared the same amount of subscribers and they were scheduled to make 3 videos together. But Leafy only released one of these videos after an enormous sub spike. And after that collaboration, McSkillet was never talked to again. Leafy just left him in the dust to be. They were scheduled to make 3 videos together, but Leafy only released one of these videos. Grade 2 is seen to be, on the one instance, to protect Matthew Santoro, his friend, from domestic abuse disputes with Nicole Arbour, and then the next moment, he's drowning his whole fucking career in a bucket of midget cum. If you are willing to help someone in a legal matter of domestic abuse, are you really that vicious? Are you really telling me that even if your friend plagiarized, that you're willing to make a viral video to destroy their entire career, resulting in a lawsuit? You didn't even notify Matthew Santoro. You didn't even message the guy. I've been slowly trying to get better at taking constructive criticism, listening to what my subscribers have to say, but Grade's viciousness extends to even his fans. I can see reality being more likely that Grade will backstab Leafy than actually coming out and defending him from all the criticism he's received. Maybe those 5 secret people that were telling you that Keemstar was shit-talking you behind your back will be the same people that will tell you that Leafy was shit-talking you behind your back. Patreon is just one of those things that if you are already earning hundreds of thousands of dollars off just YouTube videos, you kinda look like a fucking asshole if you go ahead and then beg and scab for money. This is one of the lower payments he has ever received, believe it or not, on his Patreon. He's only, this month, gaining $2,600. He's had his fucking Patreon open for almost a year, and in that year, I have seen this figure exceed $4,500. The thing is, that is great for you. Congratulations, you have a great hustle. You're getting so much money for doing fucking nothing. However, if you are going to be taking this money in a form of donation and pledging recurring every single fucking month, can you at least fulfill the fucking rewards you're putting out there?
For anything above $20, do you not want a voice clip of me saying something as a message tone or an alarm sound? Well, now you can! Just tell me what you want me to say and I'll send you a clip back saying it.
You're not doing that. You haven't been doing it for 8 months, Grade, or apparently, as you call it, for now. Here is one of his great rewards. If you pledge $10 every month, you'll go ahead and get a personalized picture with your name in his shitty font that he uses in his videos. Now, that's all well and good. However, the first words say that it's been discontinued for now. My question is, how long is for now, honestly? Is it a day? Is it a week? Is it a month? Or is it fucking 8 months? You've had your fucking Patreon open for almost a year, and in that year, a majority of that time, you've discontinued this fucking pledge. At the moment, you're just sitting there and letting 37 people give you money for fucking no reason. Yes, I am aware that the disclaimer's purpose is to go ahead and notify the possible patroner that, well, he's not doing this, maybe I shouldn't donate money. However, when you are a YouTuber with over 2 million subscribers, you will have the responsibility of having a bunch of 3-year-old fans that really are willing to do anything for you. Whilst yes, it is their choice whether or not to put in the money, even though you've put the disclaimer there, you've had this fucking disclaimer up for 8 months, saying in parentheses for now. I didn't know for fucking now was 6 months. This month in itself, he's gonna get $370 off this one pledge, and considering this is his lowest payment he has made monthly, I'd be willing to bet that he has earned thousands of dollars off this one pledge that he's discontinued for months. And you thought it got bad there. It gets worse, because if you pay $20, you'll go ahead and get a voice clip of me. Oh wait, nope, it's fucking discontinued. It's not even discontinued for now, it's just discontinued altogether. In fact, you're not even fucking getting anything. So instead of updating you about this in the future, saying it's come back, you haven't even fucking done that, Grade. You haven't even given a substitute reward for this shit. This month in itself, he's getting over $660 off this one pledge, And as I said, considering that this is his lowest monthly pay, the guy has earned at least thousands of dollars off this one thing alone, which is not... It's not discontinued for now, it's discontinued. In other words, you're not getting fucking anything. So why put this shitty little bio there? I'd rather see nothing there. On Patreon, there are two different ways of paying a content creator or tipping them. The first way is by going ahead and actually giving money to get a reward by fulfilling a requirement. Say I need to pay $5 to get this reward, or you can go ahead and pledge $5 and get nothing in return. You can actually just pledge money with nothing in return. What I'm trying to say is that if your fans wanted absolutely nothing in return, they would just pledge the $10 with nothing expected in return. Why do you think there are 37 people, for example, pledging $10? It's because they're expecting something in return, and you saying that this is discontinued for now for about 8 months is fucking ridiculous. Do you not feel the urgency to go ahead and satisfy those 37 people or the other 20-odd people that are on your other fucking pledge? Do you honestly not feel the urgency to give some kind of substitute kind of reward, or are you just gonna let them just chuck money at you with nothing in return? If these people wanted to go ahead and give you $20 without anything in return, they would give you just $20. They wouldn't go ahead and make the conscious effort to click on the reward to get something for $20. And if you add all of this up together, those two pledges in itself, he's getting $1,000 for doing jack shit. And as I said, because this is his least paid month on Patreon, you can assume how much fucking money this guy has gotten for doing nothing. Ethan and Neela have over 1,600 patrons, and they are this month getting over $3,700. The thing is that's different is that they're only having one kind of reward. It's a $1 reward. Now really, it's $1, who gives a flying fuck? But Grade, you have the audacity to not only have the shittest rewards, but not only discontinue the fucking rewards for 8 months and not replace them, you have a fucking reward that you're given for $2,000. At the end of the day, we are all cunts in just varying degrees. You shouldn't trust everything you see or hear, especially from me, but especially from Grey, Gay, Thunder Cunt. It's important that you walk away from this video attaining a new autonomous opinion. You take whatever you want with this video. If you want to refute anything, go for fucking it. But just understand that the points proven do reveal some inner Machiavellian personalities of Grey. At the end of the day, I'm still going to watch his content, I'm still going to enjoy it probably, I might even leave a like here and there, but know that ever since I've known these things, I display no contrition, no empathy or sympathy for any of Grade's symptoms, any of his problems that he's running into his life. I don't give a flying fuck, I just like his videos, and that's all it's about to end there. Thank you all so very much for watching this video. I know this was an extremely long one, and I'd like to think this is the best video I've ever made on my channel so far, and if you do agree with this, it would mean a lot to me if you could like this video, share it possibly on Twitter, and just enjoy the video, even favorite it or subscribe. I had a lot of fun making it. I just want no people going to hate Grade, it's just something to clear the water. But with that said, thank you so much. I want you to go ahead and check out the person that's featured on the screen. His name is I'm Alex. He was the opening clip for the entire video, and he produces some great underrated content. Get it? Undergraded. Fuck my life. But seriously, please check him out. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.